I still remember the day everything changed. I was just a boy, herding goats near the edge of the forest when I saw Princess Adama by the river. She sat on a smooth rock, her bright Keatongi dress catching the sunlight, her feet dangling in the cool water. But she wasn't alone. Across the river stood a man. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with a scar running across his cheek. A bough hung over his back, and his presence seemed to command the air around him. I hadn't seen him before, and his features weren't familiar to our village. Later, I would learn his name, Bakari. He was a warrior from the Nyoka tribe, our rivals for as long as anyone could remember. The Nyoka people were our enemies, or so we were told. They competed with us for grazing lands, water, and respect. Old feuds ran deep between our villages. Yet here were Adama, the daughter of our chief, and Bakari, a warrior from the Nyoka, speaking as if no boundary existed between them. Adama wasn't like other girls in Tumbili. While others stayed home weaving baskets or grinding millet, she spent her days learning from the elders, helping resolve disputes and training with her bow. People often said she had her father's strength and her mother's heart. She was the kind of person everyone admired, but few truly understood. Bakari, too, was not an ordinary warrior. Among the Nyoka people, he was known for his bravery in battle, but also for his kindness. He was the one who carried food to the elders when no one else remembered, who risked his life to save children from wild animals, and who spoke of peace even when others prepared for war. At first, no one noticed their meetings by the river, but secrets are hard to keep in a village like ours. Soon, whispers began to spread. "She's meeting a Nyoka warrior! How can the chief's daughter betray us like this?" The anger grew like a fire. One evening, the villagers gathered under the ancient baobab tree to confront the matter. Men shouted about betrayal, women murmured in dismay, and children clung to their mothers, wide-eyed. Chief Mosi, Adama's father, sat silently in the center of the circle, his face unreadable. Then, Adama stood up. She didn't wait for her father or anyone else to speak. "Yes," she said, her voice steady and clear. "I love Bakari, and he loves me. But this is not a betrayal. This is an opportunity for peace." Her words shocked everyone. For years we had believed peace was impossible. Our conflicts with the Nyoka tribe were as old as the baobab tree itself. "How can love bring peace?" someone shouted. Others shook their heads, unwilling to listen. Finally, Chief Mosi raised his hand, silencing the crowd. "If you truly believe your love can unite our people," he said, his voice deep and measured, "then you must prove it. There is only one way to show that your union is a blessing, not a curse." He explained the task. Adama and Bakari would journey together to retrieve the sacred horn of the great Kifaru, the legendary white rhinoceros. The Kifaru's horn was a symbol of unity and healing, said to hold the power to mend even the deepest divisions. But finding it would not be easy. The plains where the Kifaru roamed were vast and dangerous, filled with wild animals, harsh weather, and rival hunters. Adama and Bakari accepted without hesitation. Early the next morning, they set out on their journey. The plains stretched endlessly before them, golden grass swaying in the wind. They faced many challenges. One night, they were ambushed by poachers, who wanted to capture the Kifaru for its horn. Bakari fought fiercely, his arrows flying swift and true. Adama used her quick thinking to lead the poachers into a thicket of thorny bushes, where they were forced to retreat. But not without cost. Bakari was wounded in the fight. Adama cared for him as they rested under the stars. Using herbs she had learned about from the village healer, she treated his wounds. "You saved me," she said softly. "And I'll always stand by your side," Bakari replied. Finally, after days of searching, they found the great Kafaru. The animal was enormous, its white hide shimmering under the moonlight. It looked at them with wary eyes, its ears twitching. Adama approached slowly, her hands raised in peace. She knelt on the ground and began to speak in her mother tongue, her voice calm and melodic. The Kifaru seemed to understand, lowering its head as if granting its blessing. With great care, they took the sacred horn and began their journey home. When they returned to Tumbili, the entire village gathered to see what they had accomplished. Even the Nyoka elders traveled to witness the moment. Under the baobab tree, Chief Mosi and the Nyoka leader stood face to face. For a long time, neither spoke. Then, slowly, they extended their hands and shook. The crowd erupted into cheers and ululations. Adama and Bakari's love had achieved what years of fighting never could: peace. In the years that followed, the two villages became like family. They shared harvests, held joint ceremonies, and even celebrated the marriage of Adama and Bakari as a symbol of their unity. To this day, the story of Adama and Bakari is told in our village. And me? I was just a boy watching by the river when it all began. Little did I know, I was witnessing the start of something that would change our world forever.